It was a young lady inside the vehicle, and she was unconscious. At that time, we didn't know if she was alive or dead. We just quickly tried to half run away from the vehicle. We got almost to the side of the road, and it exploded. And I mean, just like out scenes out of the movies, 18 years as a cop, and I never saw something like that happen. My name is Ted Morgan, and I'm a driver. I do dealer trades here at the dealerships. Before working at GOScH Auto Group, I worked for Riverside County Sheriff's Department as a deputy sheriff. A couple days ago, I was dropping someone off at Ontario International Airport, and right after I dropped her off, I was on my way to LAX to pick up another GOScH employee, and about 4:30 in the morning, I was traveling westbound on I-10 at Mountain in area of Ontario, Upland, and really light traffic, and all of a sudden I see on the other side of the freeway a car on fire. You can see flames coming up out of the engine compartment, and it was right in the middle of the freeway. And I slowed down, looked over, and there was nobody stopped, no cars around, and more importantly, there was nobody standing around outside the car. And I just kind of, my first responder instincts kicked in. I no longer was thinking, I'm a GOScH employee. I'm thinking there's somebody trapped inside the car, can't get out. Pulled over, and right as I pulled over, another guy pulled over ahead of me, and we both just kind of looked at each other, and we started running towards the car, thinking the same thing. And we didn't know that the vehicle had rear-ended a big rig truck, which took a while to slow down and pull over. And that guy was up ahead, and he was running from a long distance with a fire extinguisher. So we went over the car, the windows are up, the doors are locked, there's smoke inside, we can't see if there's anybody inside, and there's flames all over, and we start banging on the window trying to break it. Then the man came up, and a full-size commercial fire extinguisher from a truck, emptied it on it, and it's still flames going all over the place. And then he came up and smashed the window with the fire extinguisher. I reached inside, feeling around to see if there was anybody inside, and I felt a body. And I have a lot of injuries from a motorcycle crash. I have back problems, wrist problems, and I'm thinking, there's no way I can pull her out. And I told the guy, hey, pull her out. So he reached in, I grabbed her legs, and I had lost grip on one of her legs, and I'm trying to hook my arm around it. And another guy grabs, and 2 or 3 more guys came up. Hey, what can we do? And I said, get a flashlight, look inside, see if you can find anybody else. There was nobody else in the vehicle. It was a young lady inside the vehicle, and she was unconscious. At that time, we didn't know if she was alive or dead. We just quickly tried to half run away from the vehicle. We got almost to the side of the road, and it exploded. And I mean, just like out scenes out of the movies, 18 years as a cop, and I never saw something like that happen. And we got her on the ground, and she was breathing. She had a pulse. One of the things that hit home with me is I was kind of excited after this, because as a deputy sheriff, I was a traffic collision investigator, and as a motor officer, you get to scenes first because you can get maneuvered through traffic. And many times I held people taking their last breaths. And this was one of those rare moments where right place at the right time, and we had numerous guys that just, they jumped in. Nobody had their cell phone out videotaping to see what happened. There were no observers. Nobody cared about anybody else's background, political affiliation, or anything like that. We're just a bunch of guys that focused in and worked as a team and got all these guys out. And so it made me feel good.